Yeah. It's what? Okay. Okay, it's good. Hi, everyone. Happy Easter. I'm CBS 19 Chief Meteorologist Brett Anthony. We're heading into the holiday weekend. A lot of eyes on the radar here this weekend, so we'll walk you through what we think we're going to have here with the latest data that's coming in. In fact, we'll get new data in about a half hour and be able to share that with you on CBS 19 News at 10 o'clock. Nothing going on here in East Texas. We have cloudy skies. There are showers and thunderstorms. One warning up here, I think it's probably Mays County in Oklahoma. Otherwise, you've got a line of thunderstorms, not severe. Stretching from between Oklahoma City and Tulsa all the way back down very near Chandler, Oklahoma, by the way, all the way back to the west of Dallas, and then another series of showers and non-severe thunderstorms out into West Texas. And that's really all we got going on. Just got a new severe thunderstorm warning, Garvin, McLean, Potomac, and Pottawatomie counties in central Oklahoma, and that goes until 9:30 tonight. All right, so here's what we're talking about in East Texas. We really have three separate rain chances. One tomorrow evening between 7 and 10. Sunday morning, it's more like drizzle and light rain, just a few showers. And then Sunday evening, probably the best chance to see thunderstorms. Probably the best chance for severe weather is this last time frame here, with large hail and gusty winds being the primary threat. So there's a very small chance that we could have a tornado warning, but otherwise it's probably just going to be some gusty winds and maybe a large hailstone about the size of quarters. Sunday morning, rain and drizzle. So what you need to do this weekend is to keep up to date with the forecast, have at least two ways to get severe thunderstorm warnings, and know your safe place. If, for instance, you were outside, and I don't think you're going to need this tomorrow for egg hunt or anything like that, but if you were on a lake, if you were outside Sunday, kind of going between church services or something, and you had a warning, would you know where to go? So you have to kind of keep up to date on and keep that in the back of your mind. Where are you going in case there is a warning? Here's the Easter forecast. A few showers in the morning, right around sunrise service up to about 8 a.m., then a break. At noontime, it's an isolated thunderstorm chance. So I'd say 80% of us are dry, but we could have a thunderstorm. And then 5 p.m., we're likely dry again. We get into Sunday night, there's a better chance for some more organized severe thunderstorms. All right, so the severe weather outlook tomorrow, and again, remember, this starts at 7 a.m. Saturday, goes to 7 a.m. Sunday. So in that time frame, we have a marginal risk of severe weather from Palestine to Tyler up to Longview, Gilmer, and almost to Jefferson. Jefferson's not quite in that. So that would be isolated, marginally severe thunderstorms. What does that mean? 40 to 50 mile an hour winds, maybe some pea or nickel-sized hail. Yellow, you're getting into scattered severe thunderstorms, so a little more numerous, maybe a couple more intense storms, probably going to meet that quarter-inch criteria for hail, and the winds up to about 58 miles an hour or stronger. Again, not widespread, just scattered. And that holds true for Sunday, but this time it shifts to near and along Interstate 20 to the north, really the Arklatex or northeast Texas. Rest of the area could see an isolated severe thunderstorm. You'll see what I mean when I go through future Skycast here in just a second. Satellite and radar picture tonight, it's just clouds. It's just humid. It's breezy. It's warm. The storm that we're tracking for the weekend is out here over the Rockies. It's a pretty big storm, and it's going to take today, tomorrow, and Sunday to lumber its way through the Central Plains and eventually up toward the Great Lakes. So I'm just going to put this into motion and let it play out. You'll get an idea of what we're talking about here. The front gets stalled. It gets hung up because the upper level winds are running parallel to the front, similar to what we had a couple weeks ago. That won't push the front to the south, so there is a flood threat and repeated rounds of severe weather really from Oklahoma into Arkansas and Missouri. Finally, Sunday 6 p.m., here comes the front, and you'll see a couple stronger thunderstorms that try to develop along that front. We pushed these out of here fairly early Monday, though I did add back in a chance for thunderstorms Monday morning over deep East Texas. Excessive rainfall outlook is probably going to be the bigger part of the story. When it's all said and done, more flash flooding from St. Louis through Oklahoma City all the way to the northwest of Dallas. Here in East Texas, we have a marginal risk for a flash flood, so maybe an isolated flash flood up toward Mount Pleasant or back toward Emory. Otherwise, the rest of East Texas will not experience a flash flood this weekend. Tonight, it's cloudy, it's humid, it's breezy, it's warm. Overnight lows around 70 degrees. Tomorrow for Easter egg hunts, it's fine. It's cloudy, 74 degrees in the morning, 81 by the afternoon. Breezy south-southeast winds, so no rain during the daylight hours tomorrow. All right, here's future Skycast. I'll start this at 4 o'clock Saturday afternoon. Temperatures around 80 degrees. There's the thunderstorm that comes in during the evening. might start about 5 o'clock down toward Palestine or Crockett, track across the area so that by 6:30 it's near Longview and Henderson, and then it's gone. Rest of the night looks quiet. This is what I'm talking about for sunrise services on Sunday. This is either very light rain or it's kind of drizzly. That kind of falls apart by 9 or 10 o'clock. Then we get later into the afternoon, really Sunday evening, we've got pockets of instability, and that could lead to a couple stronger thunderstorms, so large hail, damaging winds. And again, that tornado threat's there, but it's pretty low. And then we get the front to move on through here on Monday. So 40% chance of rain tomorrow, 50% chance Sunday. We did issue a weather impact alert because it's Easter, because a lot of folks will be out and about, moving about. So just kind of have to keep that there could be some impactful rain and thunderstorms around the area. Monday, 40% chance of rain in the morning, 20% chance of rain Tuesday, so it's probably not going to rain Tuesday. 50% chance of rain Wednesday, 60% chance of rain Thursday, and Friday, a 50% chance of rain. When you look at the rainfall potential, you get a good feel for what we're talking about in terms of that heavy rainfall from St. Louis all the way through Springfield, all the way back to the northwest of Dallas, and in Deep East Texas, a couple thunderstorms that would cause some heavier rainfall in Nacogdoches, Lufkin, and over toward San Augustine. All right, here's your Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine Joint Hospital 10-day forecast. So 84 Saturday, Easter, 50% chance of rain. Morning showers, evening storms. Morning showers Monday over Deep East Texas. Temperatures in the lower 80s otherwise. Upper 80s, likely dry Tuesday. And then the frontal boundary that moves through over the weekend returns and stalls over East Texas next Wednesday. So we're going to see repeated rounds of rain and thunderstorms next Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And the yellow fish that we have on the 10-day forecast, that is the CBS19 Hooked on East Texas Urban Kids Fishing Derby. It's the 3rd annual derby out at Waldert Park. That is Saturday from 8:30 to noon. And right now the weather looks like it's going to be cooperating with us with temperatures in the mid to upper 80s, rounding out that 10-day forecast. Hope you'll join us tonight at 10 for an updated forecast.